So stat 7.1.1, compound probability, day one. Okay, so we got a good almost about 15 minutes of notes to go through. Okay, like good. We're gonna try to get some vocabulary. So, a simple event is where there is just one selection from outcomes occurring. Example, i.e., we flip a coin. Okay, so that's the event. We flip a coin, that's the event. And we know that our options that can happen is a heads or a tails. These are the outcomes. You have a heads or we have a tails. We've also denoted S, which means, if you forgot, means sample space, is brace, a heads, and a tails. So just some different notations for you to see. So heads, tails, there are two outcomes. And we know that the probability in this simple event of a heads is what? As a decimal. What is it as a decimal? The probability of a heads. 0.5, 0.5. And the probability of a tails is also 0.5. Now I'm trying to get you to see, so as we get it a little bit more detailed tomorrow in our notes, we can write this over here. 0.5, 0.5. Now notice what I did here. So when you understand this, what I'm telling you is that the probability of a heads is 0.5, and I write it along the line. And the probability of a tails is 0.5, I write it along the line. So as we expand these to compound probabilities, you'll see why and what I'm writing up there. Any questions about, first off, what I've drawn and written? Yes?
So compound probability would be like more than one selection.
Yeah, more than one selection, more than one occurrence, more than one simple event. Which I'm going to add to the notes right now. But I'm going to take these notes slow. Compound events. A compound event is the combination of two or more simple events. Now, the two events do not have to be identical to each other, first and foremost. Also to note, as we expand and we get more difficult through this unit, one thing. So right now, today, and tomorrow, we're going to keep it so that the same things are always, so that the events are always the same. In other words, for example, we're going to flip a coin 2 times. We're going to spin a spinner 2 times or 3 times. We're going to roll a die 2 times. So it's always the same thing that's occurring. That's going to be our base level for compound probability. But we can flip a coin and roll a die. Okay? So they don't have to be the same exact event. That's still considered a compound. The other thing that does not have to be true is that the events don't have to be independent. Now, in the beginning, they will be independent. So, which is basically what we're doing in Unit 7.1. So in Unit 7.1, or Lesson 7.1, everything's going to be an independent event. When we get to 7.2, we'll talk about what happens when they're not independent. So independent events means that the probability of one simple event does not change future probabilities. Just as a reminder, we talked about this. Well, so if I flipped a coin and it landed heads 50 times in a row, heads, 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 kept going heads. When I flip a coin for the 51st time, what's the probability of a heads?
Heads.
What's the probability of a heads when I flip that coin on its 51st time?
Heads.
What's the probability?
100.
No.
0.5.
It's still 50.5. It's still 50%. It doesn't matter because when you flip a coin, we call those events, each event is independent of the other. So it doesn't matter that the coin landed heads 50 times in a row. Because those events are independent, the next coin is still 50%. We talked a little bit about this earlier on. So in this first scenario, we're going to talk about independent events. So when you flip a fair coin, so when I add the word fair, we're really trying to tell you they're kind of like independent, where it's going to always, like it's unchanged. Because sometimes things aren't fair. All right? So let's look at an example, i.e., or an example. We flip a coin, and this, again, this is kind of, I'm just adding what we did in our do now into our notes. We flip a coin 2 times. Well, now we have a compound event. Okay, so now we have compound. Not here today. So when we flip a coin 2 times, we talked about the outcomes, right? The outcomes, which we refer to as the sample space, S. And we talked about them. They were, you told me in our do now, heads, 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 tails, tails, heads, and tails, tails. This is what you told me. Okay? Now, we can note that these are equally likely because the simple event was equally likely. Okay. The simple event was what? What was a simple event? Flipping a coin. And they were 0.5, 0.5. They were equally likely. So the compound event of flipping coins are still equally likely. Now, when we combine 2 different types of events, they will not be equally likely. Now, so as such, the probability of heads, heads is what again? If they're all equally likely, 25%, 0.25. The probability of heads, tails is 0.25. The probability of tails, heads was 0.25. And the probability of tails, tails was 0.25. Now, let's look at the compound event. We had heads. The first coin toss can do heads, tails. This was the first toss. This was the first toss. And then when we toss the coin again, what can happen? So if it came up heads and I flip a coin again, what are the outcomes for the next on the first simple event? What are the outcomes for the next simple event of flipping a coin? It's still heads, tails. And we draw that from the heads, it can be heads, tails. And if it landed up on tails, the next outcomes could have been heads, tails. Okay? Now, please note this notation I'm going to use. So we know that this was 0.5, 0.5, and 0.5. And the probabilities up here are still 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, and 0.5 for that next simple event. Now, this top one, I'm going to go time. I'm good. This top one is the scenario of heads, heads. Sorry. This top one is heads, heads, and the probability is what? Of heads, heads is, we just said it on the left, 0.25. This is heads, tails. Now look how I'm tracking it. Wait, heads, heads. So this is heads, heads. And we said the probability is 0.25. Heads, tails. Heads, tails. Its probability is 0.25. This one is what? Read it with me.
0.5.
No. The outcomes.
Tails, heads.
Tails, heads. Its probability is 0.
And tails is 0.25 too.
And the next one is tails, tails, yes. With its probability being 0.25. Now, I want you to notice something. If we add all of the probabilities for the compound event at the end, we get 1. All right, so if we added up all those numbers at the end, we get 1. What happens if I add up these two numbers right here for the first event as well? If I add up these two, what do I get?
1.
If I add up these two, I get
1.
If I add up these two, I get 1. And all of them, I get 1. I gotta teach people.
Part of the interruption is just a reminder, we are having first lunch right now. Once again, we have first lunch.
Not right now, in 6 minutes.
I thought it's,
In 6
I
minutes.
thought it was all 1 month. They're being very confusing with that.
Yes, they're not, they don't do a great job.
Likely because the simple event was equally likely. Ooh, it's redundant, but
What is that?
not you, but it's gonna be equally likely because the simple event was equally likely.
Yeah. So the compound event.
Yes.
So the compound events were equally likely because the
They
simple
were
event
equally- Yes.
was equally likely.
Equally likely
The compound.
because the compound event was equally likely.
Because the simple event was compound. It was equally likely.
Now we're yes.
So, let me see here. Let me let you catch up on this. And I'll write this again tomorrow. So in a compound event, compound probability, this is the last thing I'll add for today, and I'll probably rewrite this tomorrow just to reiterate this. Compound probability and I'm going to put in parentheses of independent events. Says that the probability of A on the first time and A on the second one. Now, what this notation means is the first event. And now notice that I'm not saying simple event. When I say just the word event, I mean simple event, the first coin tossed. And this is the second event. The probability I get A on the... So how do we find in probabilities? We do the operation of multiplication. You come on, I set you up for that one. We just had gone that way.
I don't like me up. I'm not used to we up on dots in math.
All right, so dots is what we use for multiplication. So when you have independent events, and you have a compound event, and all we're going to be doing for tomorrow as well, and this is always going to be true, and it'll be true for the other ones, we multiply. So there's going to be a lot of what going on in this unit?
Multiplying
There's going to be a lot of multiplying. In the previous unit, there was a lot of what? No, there was not a lot of division. In the simple events, in the previous one, there was a lot of addition. Yes. So now there still might be some addition, but now there's going to be a lot of multiplication. Okay? Because you saw in the previous ones, and we add them all up, we know where we're going to get. All right, and we'll end there today.